start already, the video. Huh? No, you just need the.
Me only.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On already.
Yeah.
Okay, can see.
Dr. Ong Tak Lien's mediation.
You don't have to.
No need. Because you are the one that's.
Okay. Good morning, gentlemen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Supposed to be.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, not good morning.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ong Tak Lien. You can call me Ong. I'm serving as the mediator today. I welcome you to the mediation, and I'm pleased to be here to assist you in working through your issues. And believe you will find meditation to be a very helpful process. Thank you. Please silence your electronic devices during this mediation. How would each of you like to be addressed in our session today?
You can call me Jack. Yeah, you can call me Jill. Jack and Jill, interesting.
Jack and Jill. Thank you. Jack and Jill. I must remember the right and the left. Okay. So that's easy. We'll address you as Jack, and we'll address you as Jill.
Yes, sure.
You don't have these long names, all right? Do you have the authority to settle and sign the agreement if one is reached?
Yes, of course. I want to talk to my brother for a long time.
Just remember your Jill. Brother is Jack, yes. All right. So both of you have authority, obviously, yes. It's important for me to remind you that mediation is a voluntary process in which a neutral, impartial person assists the parties. So I'm your neutral person here. Confidentiality is a critical part of this process, and I will keep everything as confidential as I can. Your evidence will not be admissible in any subsequent court cases, and nothing is binding unless you sign them. This is a voluntary mediation. Both of you have agreed to have mediation on a voluntary basis. Agreed?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's my introduction. Well, we'll start the process by, I think I would invite Jill to present whatever matters she has. She, you know that she is all right now, Jill. Okay, Jill.
Dr. Ong, you see, I stay in Kuala Lumpur. My brother stay in Ipoh with my mom. She has been taking care of my mom pretty well all this while, and I appreciate that, you know. I run a business, small business, and I also have 2 kids. They are also growing up, getting active and all that. I need to spend more money now. All this while, I have been helping with the household bills. Sharing with Jack with the household bills, you know. So now it's becoming a burden to me because the business is not doing good. Mom now having Alzheimer, you know, losing memory, you know, that's what the doctor have said. Just early stage, but it's happened. So maybe that's also one of the causes why she fell down. And unfortunately, Jack wasn't around when he fell. So I'm concerned. How are we going to do this? How are we going to help Mom? Yeah, that's what I want to ask Jack what kind kind of suggestion, you have to help mom and help me as well,
That's it? Okay, thank you. Jill, we'll ask Jack to mention whatever matter he has.
Okay, so I have been I have been working as a freelance writer for many years. It doesn't mean that I don't have chance to get the full-time job, but because of the commitment to take care of mom, so I find that working freelance give me more flexibility and spare time to take care of mom. And of course, the only shortcoming is I don't have the consistent income. Sometimes I get paid, sometimes I don't get paid. But on that note, I have more time to take care of mom. But unfortunately, one day I have to go out to buy some grocery, to buy masks, to buy test kit and so on. And somehow, mom just fell down. So this is purely accident. So I know that Jill has been very kind to support the bill for us. But actually, this is also part of her commitment. Yeah, I think she should do that as well. Yeah, and because I already sacrificed my career, so I believe that we should find a solution for this.
But the issue is not that. I mean, he's trying to blame me. We are only two brothers and sisters. The thing is that he decides to stay in Ipoh, so taking care of mom is part of it, But I have a lot of friends taking care of mom also. They have a full-time job too, But the thing is that unfortunately my position now is like it's difficult. My kids growing up need more money, that kind of thing, and how to continue. And I know if I completely don't support, it'll be a problem because mom also need more money now for the illness she's in, getting old, Jack. So it's kind of, I appreciate what you do over the years, but it's kind of a bit tricky. What do we do now? If she can fall down one time, maybe she might fall down again if the Alzheimer get worse. The doctor has said Alzheimer will get worse, right?
Loss of memory. Okay, Jack, what we have not said is what is required. It looks as if the question is the cost of looking after mom, your mom.
And not only
You
that,
don't have quantified what is required the amount required for looking after your 75-year-old mom. What is required? You see, Jill has been subsidizing all the time, and now she's having a bit of problem because of her two sons wanting to shift to Ipoh. So what is the required for looking after mom?
of course, we don't have to pay for the house, for the accommodation, but we have to pay for the medicine.
Yes.
Yeah, 1,000 ringgit is something. 1,000 ringgit for the medicine.
1,000 ringgit per
Yeah,
month.
Yeah, per month for the medicine, follow up, and so on. Yeah, of course, we try to go to government hospitals so that we can save some money. But at the moment, we still go to the private hospital. Yeah, and on top of that, I have also to have to take care of our old house, because this is poor, in a poor condition. So I have to do a lot of housekeeping to keep the house safe, for mom. So it's not only about money, but the commitment, and the time that I have spent. So, but anyway, on top of the medicine bill, I believe that another 1,000 should be enough for the grocery, for the living cost, because this is minimum that we have to pay.
But Jack, you have to be realistic. This is minimum, as you said, but mom getting older with Alzheimer's, anything can happen. And then when there's a hospitalization, do you think it's fair to put her in a general hospital? You wait from 8 in the morning to midnight after all these years that she has taken care of us since dad passed away. Do you think it's fair?
But
Is there any other way we we can do this better. And do you think it's fair? Because, going to the private hospital, when I took our late uncle there, those days, he refused to go private, so we go to the government hospital. It's quite a nightmare. I mean, we have to wait from morning to night, Is that a fair, So it's all, it's the old house, as you say. So old house, it's not really designed for old staying. Our house, huge bungalow, have so many steps there. And then also, some of the floor, those days they use a lot of marble, it's slippery too. Have you thought of all this?
At the moment, exploring government hospital is one of the options that I can think of now. I really don't see other chance. So what is your opinion?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I mean, I want the best for mom lah.
Can we rent out some of the rooms to get some income?
It's your call. Do you think that is feasible? How much can you rent a room in Ipoh? 200 ringgit? Can't do much on your medical costs. I'm sure if she suddenly have to go for emergency to the hospital, even if you go to government hospital these days, you have to pay. I think you will. I understand now. GH, if you do some procedure, you have to pay. You will come to thousands of dollars. Ipoh, there's no demand. I think KL, one room maybe you can rent for 500-600 ringgit. I think Ipoh, what, 200 ringgit? Maybe even more trouble for you and for mom. Mom has always been a bit of an introvert. I'm not sure how she can take it. Suddenly, few students come along and who are these students? Whether is it feasible or is it?
I think I will go for that. At the moment, and then we will see how.
How many rooms do we have in the house?
In total, we can rent out 3 rooms.
No, I still think I don't know. Well, I mean, it's a suggestion, but okay, maybe you think of it another way. You rent out the 3 rooms. Those are old rooms that we never use for a long time. You clean it up, and then somebody come in, the plumbing in the kitchen, the toilet, and all that. If it breaks down, you probably more money spent to renovate the place than even to rent for $200 a month. Have you thought of that one?
True also.
You think you need to stay in the big house? You think mom need to stay in that big house?
It's our house, right?
Oh, it doesn't say. It's a family house, or it belongs to the family.
Yeah, I mean, it belongs to a family. There's only 2 of us, so my mom it belongs to us. Yeah. But what I'm saying is not that. What I'm saying is that, we grew up there and all that, but now I'm mostly in KL and you are here. But is the house feasible for, for 2 of you? Is it practical to stay?
So if you want to sell the house, so where can we move to? You want to buy another house also?
No. I'm not saying we want to sell the house. I'm just saying any other option. If you think selling the house is a good option, you can get some money, I'm sure, from there, and then get a more feasible place to stay. If you think that is do you think is that the option to sell the house? Would mom agree? You live with her all these years, maybe you know better than me.
I don't think she will be happy.
I don't think she'll be happy. But then why you suggest to sell the house?
Because you say we have not enough money, even though renting out the room also not enough to compensate.
That's true.
Yeah, the only property we have is the house.
I think you've got to quantify exactly the amount of expenditure before you can decide to move on. One is you said it would cost. Initially said it would cost $1,000 per month for medical bills, but then you can go to government hospital. How much do you think it should be per month for government hospital?
I don't know how much we can save, but I would say easily we can save half of that.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Because government, so
But like you say, but she said, I need to spend a lot of time there.
It's going to be stressful for mom as well. I mean, the 1,000 that you say is more like the regular medication. But I'm also thinking aloud if there is a sudden expenditure, because Alzheimer, like, when you just so happen not there, I don't blame you, but it so happen you're not there and she fell. It's happened before. If it happened the next time, that's like going to be suddenly we need to spend 50,000 or something like that. Where do we get this money? Do you
it
have
says
enough
mom fell
savings?
down, but it doesn't say what sort of injury. In my notes, right? So the falling down appears to be pretty minor. It's a gradual loss of memory that needs a treatment. So you're quite right. If it goes to government hospital, you will get a discounted rate for your medicine, medical medicine for looking after the mom. So that is one point. But I think the savings will be substantial. It's not 1,000 a month if you go to government hospital.
Yeah,
It'll be
probably less because
much less.
like I said, this is regular. It's like once you get older, we have to plan for unforeseen kind of thing.
As you get on.
As you get.
So let's put a figure down. Let's say it goes down to $100 per month for government hospital.
I'm not too sure 100 is enough.
What do you think it would be?
Maybe 500.
500.
Less, 50%.
Okay. So now becomes 500. Now the $1,000 per month for groceries
Cost
still stays, all right?
Still stay, yeah.
All right. Now it comes to Jill now. Jill has been subsidizing all this time. He doesn't say how much, but now Jill says that she's got 2 children that she's got to look after and rent a place in Ipoh. So what is Jill's position as far as the contribution to the grocery?
Now, my expenses have increased, Dr. Ong
Yes.
and Jack, and also business is not good, so I also not sure, what kind of consistent income can come. The kids now growing up, going to school, it's all very costly, and KL. Safety and all that as well as transportation, a lot of consideration. They were thinking of coming to live in Ipoh to go to school, but I don't think I will agree with that because it will be way and I don't know what schools are there. So I can help in some ways, but we need to think of the big picture lah. Maybe Jack, I heard you say like selling the house is an option. Then we have to talk to mom.
You quantify first whether you can afford, both of you can afford to cover this $1,000 per month. If you cannot, then you've got to go to the next option, you see. So Jack says now it costs $1,000 for grocery, right, etc., to look after mom. You have been contributing, but now you say that isn't. It's been difficult.
My income
right?
is now,
So
now
you have been reduced.
since the pandemic, the,
Right.
the savings has been depleted
So
and the income
how
now
much
is not
can
consistent.
you now?
I can't really put a figure, but if you ask me, maybe $100 a month I can commit now. Because I mean, to be frank, Jack may know a little bit from mom that business is quite bad since the pandemic. We lost so much money, the rental and all that kind of thing. So,
Okay.
So to ask me to put a commitment,
Correct.
maybe I will promise that amount.
Yeah. So it is still the $500 now for medical, and Jill says she can put only $100. What about your side?
My
And your your freelance.
Yeah, my income is not stable, but averagely 1 month I can average. Sometimes I get paid. I did not get paid. 1 month I can roughly get 2,500. This is average I can get.
Yeah, but
month.
but you need expenses for yourself. So how much could you contribute here?
You can
There's still the
see-
$500 and $1,000 per month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how much could you put in out of your 2,500 a month, right?
Basically, we don't have much to pay around.
Yes. You don't have a family, correct?
Yeah, we have
You're
to-
Jack. You're single, okay?
Yeah, but as I said, as Jack say, no, for eczema, we do not know how much we have to pay more in future. This
You
is-
won't know. Yeah.
No, we won't know.
No, but you did quantify about $500, at the moment. So let's get this thing over with. But in other words, you still have, she says only $100. There's still $900 here plus the $500, which is $1,400.
4,000.
So can you afford to subsidize that amount?
Not for a long time. Not for a long time as well.
His salary is
Not, yeah.
consistent.
So not
the
able.
issue is consistency.
So the issue is not able.
And my side also now having
Right.
I mean,
So the question here is a finance problem.
And then
Correct.
also the safety from my point
Yeah.
of view. Safety of
not yes, I agree and as well as
It's a
have some
financial
comment. Not just that, because I mean Jack has suggested that maybe we could sell the
Rent.
house.
No, you suggested we'll rent the rooms.
But the rent-the-room, we have said is not feasible. I think it's not feasible because the rent is ridiculous in Ipoh, and then that 3
Not
rooms we
feasible.
have not been using for a while. And even if the person come and see that room in our old condition, I think it's not easy to rent out. I don't think it's feasible. It's so low the rent. I like KL, you can rent a room for 600. Ipoh, I don't know, 100, 200.
You're saying it's not feasible. So what suggestions have you got?
I mean, Jack did mention maybe we can
cash,
consider.
You see the point? Cash is a problem.
Yes.
Now renting is not right
Yeah.
to you. What suggestions have you got?
I mean, Jack just now did mention, right? Possible we can think about selling the house, right?
Selling
Selling the house.
Selling the house is one
came from Jack. Did you suggest that you sell the house?
Just now you
I
did
think
mention
I
that.
did mention. I did
Possible,
mention.
yeah.
So Jill says now
But
sell.
my concern is that if we decide so, then how to tell mom?
But
Would
we have to
mum-
think where can we move to after selling the house?
Well, the house
I'll
is
put
worth
it down
some
that
money.
Jill suggests selling the house, correct? You
No, Jack suggests,
Jack-
but
Jack-
I have no objection.
Jack mentioned.
I have no objection.
Jack mentioned,
Yeah.
alright.
Mentioned because if they say not enough,
I've,
the only thing
I've,
is to sell the
yeah,
house.
I have no objection, because my main concern is that
Sell the house. Jill
I have
agrees,
no
right?
objection, yeah. But you see, Doctor, my main concern is
Wait,
that
it also says here, hang on. See, it also says here the house is way too big for both Jack and Mom.
exactly that's my
It says
concern.
here very clear, it's
Yes.
too big.
That's my concern. It's a bungalow
So
house.
that's why Jack was thinking of renting the rooms out because it's way too big.
Yeah.
But looks as if in Ipoh is not the right thing, all right? So now Jack suggests sell the house, and you agree, okay?
Yeah, no
but you
objection.
still have got to ask Mom, because
Of course,
Mom,
yeah.
it says here that Mom is very happy. He happy to, yeah, it keeps Mom happy to stay in that house. So Mom has a say here. You got to ask, both of you have to ask Mom whether is it all right
Yeah.
to sell the house, and
Yeah.
the answer is to buy a smaller one now, because there are only
thing,
two of you.
Yeah, the main thing, Dr. Ong,
Correct?
is the house is too big for mom.
Yeah, it's too big, way too big.
And it's also
Big bungalow.
because she's having a bit of Alzheimer. I think
Yes.
may not be suitable. The house got many steps
Yes.
and all that.
Yes.
So
no,
maybe,
it's already agreed.
Yeah.
He suggests and you agree. That's the big point. So now the thing is, probably it's the nice thing to ask your mother, isn't it? You can't You can't just
Of course,
simply
it's a
sell and
mother's
move your
house,
mother
yeah,
when
yeah.
she's unhappy. At the moment, she's happy
Yeah.
to stay in a family house.
Yeah.
Yeah, filled with sweet memories and keep the mom happy.
I think when she don't have this Alzheimer coming, she'll probably be very happy lah. But when she have Alzheimer,
Okay.
memory problem, you might fall and all that. That will be of concern. You know what I mean?
In my notes here is something missing there, you know. So shall we put it that way that Jack has already asked mom and mom is quite happy whatever you all do. She has to agree, that's for sure, because it's a family house. She
No, I
obviously
have not
has a
spoken
share.
to mom yet.
You have not spoken to mom yet.
No.
Yeah.
And you have not yet.
Can you talk to mom? I think?
I think you should talk together.
Not together. Yes,
Yes.
correct.
And tell the facts. Yeah.
But you are closer to mom. You are staying with her.
No, it's a family house. So
Family house,
it's a family house. It means clearly that mom and you two have owners or co-owners of the house. So both of you should talk to mom, see whether you should sell. That's very
And
important.
I'm busy in KL. I have my shop to
I think
run.
just one day, one day trip should be fine.
Yes, yes,
Do you think this can be solved in one day?
yes. I think it can be solved. I'm quite sure that mom would say yes. It all depends what you're going to buy. All right. You got to consult mom. You just go and buy an apartment. You got to consult her because you
But
and
this,
her
I
will
don't
stay
think it's
there.
one time you talk to mom can agree. You know, mom, sometimes depend on her mood. It might take a while. You know, someday she might just, you know, Rajo, you know, you're selling my house. You know, what I mean?
Yes,
You
could
know,
happen.
So,
Can
so
happen.
I think maybe take a while. And Jack, you're staying with mom. Maybe you can talk to him
I
slowly.
can give the hint. Yeah.
You know.
But
Because you know, I'm in KL. I have a business to run. 2 kids, you know, the 2 boys running around.
Yes.
It's very difficult.
So I think today's mediation is both of you should talk to mom. We can't decide any further than that. Once you finish talking with mom, and if the answer is no, that's the end of answer, then you've got to come back and find out how you're going to raise the funds. But if she says yes, then it's a matter of selling the house and buying another one. So there's another matter where both of you have to meet again and continue to meet.
But in this case, what if she say no?
You see, mom knows the problem and she says sad and asks them to mediate. So this is the answer. Both of you are now here talking, you see. So it looks as if both of you have decided that you should sell the house and buy a smaller one because of her condition as well. So it's cheaper to maintain, perhaps, all right? And maybe the balance of the money is enough to continue maintaining the place. Bit unknown there. Is that in your notes there? No,
okay,
nothing there.
It's quite generic.
So I think that's the answer to our case today. That Jack and Jill would talk to their mum on whether she's happy to sell the family house.
Then where do you think mom will continue to stay? In Ipoh?
Got to come up with more suggestions, or you got to
It
look.
depends on her.
Depends here.
I think she will probably want to stay in Ipoh.
I also believe that Ipoh will be better, cheaper house and so on.
So if you move to a smaller place, she will be probably continue in Ipoh. So you will continue to stay and
I
help
will
to take
continue to stay.
That's very good.
Then maybe if let's say we have some money, we can
Yes.
get some people to help, and then maybe I can find a full-time job.
Yes, yes. That would be the answer.
Get more money.
Sounds like
Because we
reasonable.
cannot, because we cannot.
It's been
continue
many
like
years,
this.
Jack.
Yeah.
It's been many years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add? Jack, that's the situation. When you, after meeting Mum, then you will have to continue talking about what's the next
Good.
move.
Next procedure. Next course.
Correct. Because he's silent here at the moment. Mum is
But I
not
think
saying
when we
anything.
talk to Mum, we don't tell her that we need to sell the house because the money is one of the factors. It's more of we are concerned the house is too big and she might fail again.
Yes.
You know, a lot of things I don't think she need to know, so we don't need to tell her. What do you think, Jack? Huh?
Yeah, I
Just
think
have to
so.
tell her that, you know, which is a fact. I mean, which is a fact. Of course, we need the money to take care of her, and as I said from the beginning, this house belongs to Dad and Mum. The money should go
To them.
to her medical rather than put her in a general hospital, you know, and then
Well taken care.
get taken care and you know and the right thing to do, huh?
But
So
Jack
let's
did
not
say
go
just
there.
now that it is best that you are around.
Okay,
when you talk
we'll
to
do
Mum.
that. We may need a
He
few
agrees.
times, yeah.
Jill agrees to be with
Yeah.
you when you talk
Find
to
time
Mum.
Yeah,
for one
yeah.
weekend.
Yes.
For one weekend.
Yes. Okay, that's settled.
Okay.
And well, thank you very much. I think it's very cordial. The meeting, we don't have to separate seats and starting bank
This is
table.
the best one.
That is beautiful.
No, because the script doesn't.
So
Will you pause the
generic.
recording?
I don't have to.
Are you done now?
Yeah.
Done now? Pause the recording.
Thank you.
Thank you.